right, and we're live.
Finally.
Get some of that air conditioning sound out of the audio.
We don't have the dramatic two-tone light.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have, you get that the orange and teal effect going there.
Yep.
All right, so how's it going?
Yeah, all right. Two things.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans, grease your light poles because the birds are coming.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Those Eagles fans.
Yep, those are like, stop selling batteries, grease your light poles.
Yeah, right.
That's literally how I knew they had won or were going to the Super Bowl. Like, I just was scrolling through and I'm like, an article from the Inquirer, something about Louisiana light poles and the French Quarter being like historic and fragile and hard to climb. And I went, oh, I guess we're going to Louisiana. That's literally how I found out. Yeah, all right.
Nice.
That was pretty fun. Anyway.
Funny stuff.
This isn't a sports cast, is it?
Oh, yeah. No. We'll give you Super Bowl highlights. Will be.
A game was played. And this is who won, right? That would be it, right? Yeah.
Nice. Yes, I think we're doing some more Leastus Mostus.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow. Yeah. We got a fourth contestant. So and
Mostest, leastest,
Leastus Mostus.
Yeah.
I think it's Leastus Mostus.
Yeah, leastest, mostest. Yeah.
And Matt put together a bunch more questions, so we're gonna try it again. This time a little bit longer. It worked pretty well because it ended in like an hour.
Okay.
But that we usually the actual plays are like 4.5 hours. So people were watching the live stream go, oh, that's it. Okay. So Matt extended it a bit. We got a few more rounds. We should do it just like they tape the TV game shows and just do like 4 episodes. Just randomize the contestants and change your T-shirts and do another episode.
Back in the day, that's how we used to record the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And it was a real kick in the butt when after like recording 3 sessions, we went and went, oh, that was recording through the laptop mic, right? Because that was just like you try to get ahead and you're just like, that has set us back. Right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Nice long discussion and nobody can hear it.
No.
Yeah, it's fun stuff trying to get some good audio. But nice. Yeah, so we're gonna try some Frostgrave.
Yeah,
coming
hopefully.
up pretty soon. Yeah, a couple weeks.
I still haven't gotten back to painting my group.
Well, what are you gonna run? What are you gonna?
I made those elves. So
right.
With the like oathmark bits, and I think I was trying to do something like with the School of Magic. I'm like, okay, I've never been like an illusionist, right? Or any of that kind of what would be called like support stuff. And I'm like, cool, let me try one, right? And then I was looking at the spells and I'm like, I'm really not sure how to use this. So I went with not elementalist, enchanter.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which is a lot of like buff spells, right? Like enchant weapon, enchant armor, enchant things like that. And I'm like, okay, let me try that and see what happens.
Nice. Do you know what your opponent is?
Necromancer.
Oh,
Necromancer.
You're always fighting necromancers.
I always fight necromancers. And that bone dart, thank God it got nerfed. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah. I like that. Conjuring a demon, and like depending on how successful you are, the size of your demon.
Did we ever have anything big? I don't think we ever had anything big pop up. Right?
No, I think did we do the golem scenario? Where
we did.
Yeah, so that was the biggest thing I think we had to face. But yeah, nobody ever conjured a big construct or a large greater demon.
I do
or
like
anything.
Enchanter because I think Enchanter is the one who can build the constructs, right? But it's something you kind of got to like build up to, right? Because the spellcasting penalty for the larger construct you try and build. I mean, it is a free soldier if you can get it off, but you're just like, -8 for a large construct. You're just like, that's not happening anytime soon. Right?
Right. Yeah, you got to get pretty lucky. But yeah, that's fun. And is that something you can cast out of game like before? Yeah.
Yeah. You cast it before, and then you never have to cast it again unless you want to just like resummon a new one because it got killed or taken out. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and I think there's stuff in like your home base, like your headquarters, that will buff that, make that easier. Yeah, like
it's not like the Necromancer zombie where it's the extra 11th member, right?
Yeah, he just shows up and
shows up. Yep.
I'm fielding 13 soldiers. How did I do that?
Yeah.
Anyway. Nice. All right, let's get started for this week. Yeah, good to see everybody in the chat. Hey, Abyss. Oh yeah, I checked out the. Blacklist Games. That's too bad, man. They made some nice generic fantasy miniatures, and I don't think we're going to see that second set. They did send the PDF, though. We have that. Their lasting the fantasy, the narrative fantasy skirmish thing. They did send out the PDF, but the books are probably never going to make it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's too bad. They I think they were too reasonable in their pricing. They didn't overprice everything.
We were discussing before the cast, and it sounds like they got screwed by increased production and shipping costs rather than taking the money and run. It's
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it was horrible mismanagement. It just seems like they were trying to be too kind and create something kind of useful, because it even the first set went to retail, and it was like probably the most affordable way to get decent fantasy miniatures.
In multiples of like 5.
Yeah. You got little little mobs. So Calarion and Abyss and Matt, how's everybody going on? I saw Miguel in there too. Hey, nice.
Everybody left with my sports talk.
Yeah, everyone. What? Nice. All right. Well, let's get it going. All right. Welcome to the weekly. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Chris.
And this week on the weekly, Astartes II trailer drops, featuring no footage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Legacy of Kain, TTRPG. The ENnies ban AI.
Like 3 weeks too late. Okay.
Whoops. And Dirtbags for Zinequest. So, yeah, let's start with the big, everyone's like, we're back. Everyone's so pumped. Hey, are those my guys? Are those my guys? And yeah, so Warhammer, and this, I think they're talking to 10-year-olds on their websites, like the level that they're writing, feast your eyes on the glorious new teaser trailer for the much anticipated animation Astartes II.
So it's not even a trailer, it's a teaser trailer.
It's not even a trailer, not even a teaser, not even nothing. Basically what they're telling you is in 6 years they've done nothing. So do you think we'd forgotten about this? Smiley face, winky face, whatever. So that's fair. It's been a while since we've had any real news. You know, we took this original creator that was doing the best 40K animation that the world has ever seen, and we tied him up and put him in a cellar and, threatened him with lawsuits to not do it anymore. And now 6 years later, we may get something. So the Warhammer Studio, whoever the hell that is,
well, they're anonymous on purpose.
And the creator of the original Astartes animation, Syama, have been working closely together for these 6 years, chained in some grungy basement in the UK, blending this incredible flair for action and storytelling with decades of 40K lore. So that was the good thing too, is he didn't follow any strict lore. He just kind of suggested things like the psyker abilities and stuff, and it was much more interesting than once you saddle it with the 40K lore of modern 40K.
See, that, tangent, but that's kind of my feeling as well, right? Like, we discussed any number of times where, like, lore, and I hate that word more than I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry. I hate that word.
EAGL.
Yeah. Don't get me started, right? Stop. You're bringing out the Philly. It's a box, right? It puts you in a box, and it's constraints, and you are forced to play then within this thing. And the more things get filled in, the smaller the box becomes, right? So that's why, suggesting things, hinting at things, kind of like talking around things, that is much more interesting to me than this, that's not canon, it didn't follow the lore. Like, I don't give a shit, right? Anyway,
right. Yeah, so Warhammer Plus started September 22nd, 2020. So it's been 5 years, yeah. And we got a teaser trailer. And they even admitted on this community post, the teaser trailer, it's not actually clips from the animation. So what the fuck have you been doing? So it's just a bunch of, orders of Space Marines. It's just a bunch of the... we're getting different colored Space Marines and different logos, and people are like, is that the, and freaking out because these little teases. And so a compilation of shots that represents the former lives of the characters that will appear in the show.
Okay.
So if they never would have done this, if they never would have, threatened everybody, stopped doing fan animations, this creator probably would have had more than a feature film's worth of content by now of amazing CG in his own version of 40K.
I think I've mentioned any number of times that I'm not like a business professional in any way, shape, or form of the word. What is the value of free advertising in this situation? I don't know. Yeah.
It definitely, yeah, I think it definitely got a lot of people interested in it, and a lot of people probably playing Space Marines that are like, Space Marines, that's kind of boring in that setting. They look like the most uninteresting thing with the most units.
Well, like the anecdotal evidence that I've brought up before, like the new player will be playing Frostgrave with, hopefully, mentioned miniature war games to me because he had played Space Marine 2, the video game.
Yeah,
I mean, he's from the UK, so it's DW's unescapable. It's like, I've never really gotten into it, but you know what? After playing that game, I kind of want to build and paint some Marines. And I said, okay, just be aware that GW is the most expensive thing in the... And then, like, I gave him books and let him choose them. But, like, that anecdotal evidence, like, you had... It's not free advertising, but like advertising, right? There are other ways into the hobby, and you just took this guy who was making kind of fan content stuff, and you said, that's our IP, lock, and then you killed it.
Yeah.
You killed it.
Yeah, because it was definitely, bringing a lot of people, making a lot of people interested in the hobby for cost them nothing and didn't interfere with anything because they weren't doing anything. Yeah. The only thing that they were doing is these, every time they do a new edition, they would have like an animated trailer for their edition. That was all that was interfering. And really, on this platform, this streaming service that they've done nothing. There is very little that's even worth watching. It's just real dog food level, just like crank it out.
And all kind of like painting things that are only hands, so there's no identifiable person, right?
Yeah, it's just a lot of bad ideas, and so they didn't go anywhere with any of this, and it's not tied well to anything that they're working on. It's it's just not good, but it's happening. So expect it to land, and I don't even know what this is. So Astartes II. Whatever this is, however long this is going to be, if it's a feature, if it's another 20-minute short, I mean, I don't know what we're going to see. 2026, so keep waiting.
Okay. And
just realize that what was lost in those 6 years, like what we lost as far as like what this artist would have been able to do. Yeah. And he what would have been cool is if he would have gotten bored with 40K and done some original, like, kind of spun this off into his own original kind of grimdark thing that would have become, like a Trench Crusade, that would have been beautiful. But instead, we get this.
I wonder if he could. No, I wonder if the creator could.
Oh, I think he's signed with Games Workshop, because he was involved a little bit. He did layouts or something with their secret level thing for Amazon. So they probably have him on a contract, a non-compete kind of thing. Okay. So if he got anything even slightly grimdark, then they probably would sue the shit out of him. Yeah. So he's already agreed to not compete with them because he does better than these studios of who knows how many people that they hire to create content. One person.
It's not to disparage people working at the studio, but it's just like,
whoever they may be. I mean, I'm sure.
That's the thing, right?
I'm
like
sure
they are kept
yeah.
anonymous specifically so that they get no fame, no accolades, no whatever, meaning that they have like no motive or leverage to then do something that'll run and counter the company, right?
Definitely, we've seen Games Workshop shifting to production in China for books and miniatures, and I think terrain now, not miniatures yet, but terrain and books are all printed in China. So you got to believe there's a lot of non-English speaking animators working on this crap that they don't want to reveal how exploitative.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too.
That studio is going to be. They're paying them peanuts compared to what animators deserve. So that sucks. I guess it's better than doing free fan. It's working for free. It's slightly better than being a fan animator.
I don't know. Like you can't eat freedom. Wow, that sounds like you can't eat freedom. But like there's some. I think
Did you bring your acoustic guitar?
I have no response to that. No, there's something to be said for being able to make your own stuff, even if you're doing it for free, right? Because it's your choice to do it for free.
Yep.
I just broke the chair.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
It's okay. Uh-oh. The back fell off Chris's chair.
Yep.
Emergency. Oh, anyhow, moving on. Let's move on to something a little more pleasant. This is something that's kind of been passed around, unfortunately, but Legacy of Kain is going to get a tabletop RPG.
Interesting.
So the British publisher Lost in Cult is publishing Legacy of Kain, and they're doing an interesting thing. So not only are they not using 5e, they're going to use the MÖRK BORG system to power this whole thing. They're on BackerKit now with a crowdfunding campaign, and they're going to produce 2 books. One is the game itself,
Okay.
using the MÖRK BORG rules. The other is an encyclopedia of the world of Legacy of Kain. So you can get them separately as well. So if you like the game and you're just interested, and because they've just remastered, I think, a lot of this series. So if you like the game and want to like kind of get things filled in, they're actually going to be doing a really well illustrated book of all of the stuff. So the title is Legacy of Kain, Scourge of Sarafan, and that's going to be the setting. So in this, you're playing the vampire hunters, trying to defend the dwindling population of Nosgoth from the vampires. So 6 playable character classes, Sarafan weapons, spells, and other various monsters from the franchise. So yeah, it sounds like it's a nice approach. I mean, because it's a real kind of end. You know, the world is being destroyed by vampires. So the decline of the 9 pillars and all that good stuff. So they say the game is exploring themes of predeterminism and natural and the nature of free will. So they're already well funded, and they're doing beautiful. They're doing a beautiful set. There's an all-in set where the encyclopedia actually fits in a box with the rules and dice and everything, and then they're producing stuff separately, and then they're doing a digital thing as well. So from the backer kit page, lose yourself in the Legacy of Kain, Scourge of Sarafan, a gothic tabletop role-playing game set in the grim and murky world of Nosgoth, the land of frozen lakes, bitter mountains, and deep sunless forests. Embody the warrior priests of the Sarafan Brotherhood, an order of vampire hunters who fight tirelessly in a crusade to keep the human population of Nosgoth safe from the growing vampire scourge.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know though. I think people are going to want to play some vampires, so it might be there might be
There's always a subset of the population that's just like not hip with it and be like, no, I want to fight these things. And just like,
right.
You suck.
Yeah. So because the Legacy of Kain, the Soul Reaver, there was a kind of an anti-hero, vampiric empowered character. So maybe something like that can be built into this. But of course, Legacy of Kain, the IP itself, Square Enix sold it to Embracer Group, who now owns it. So I guess that probably explains why they got the remaster. So Embracer Group probably licensed out studios to work on the remaster. So last year we got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2, all remastered for the Switch, PlayStation 4, 5, Windows, and Xbox. So yeah, it's already funded, and so take a look. It's a really good. They're doing some good promotion. I'm seeing it pop up on social media and stuff. So a lethal atmospheric experience. So minimalistic mechanics and high stakes gameplay. So play some warrior priests and protect the innocent from the vampires.
Like I said last time, I'm getting a bit borged out, honestly.
Yeah.
However, this is a low bar. Props to not using 5e.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm glad that they chose a nice system, and they're even doing the smaller book. The rule book is like a
kind of
smaller,
like digest size. Or
that nice half size, so everything fits nicely. It looks like a nice quality produced game, and interesting to see that that they picked up on this IP as. Because it seems kind of random. I mean, this it has been a series since the 90s, and it's kind of had moderate success and interest always, and somebody said, hey, let's do a whole RPG. And the fact that they're digging in and doing an encyclopedia too is pretty cool, because that means you could use it for anything. You could use it for any setting.
Looking up how to spell words.
You're right.
Sorry. That's a dictionary, not even an encyclopedia. My joke just the worst.
Right? Oh no. So many games and so little time. But what would help?
In my case, no games and no time.
But what would help you? Focus, prepare, and make all of this gaming possible? Well, I've got an idea.
Yep.
So, the kind folks at Magic Mind have again decided to sponsor us and want us to talk a little bit about their 5 pillars.
Thank you.
So yes, mental wealth is something that they like a concept that they want you to consider. So investing in something that will support not only your effectiveness, alertness, and focus during the day, but give you good sleep at night.
So what are the 5 pillars?
The 5 pillars are sleep, diet, exercise, stress management, and exogenous substances, compounds. Compounds. And one of those.
Funny how compound sounds much less ominous than substance.
Yes, and the compounds that we're referring to are, of course, Magic Mind and their new formulation, Magic Mind Sleep. So this gives you effective not only daytime function but nighttime
relaxation.
Yeah, recuperation. Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
recuperation.
There we
Yep.
go. Yeah, so basically, this pair is a 24-hour performance. So it complements the sleep. Deep sleep complements your focus during the day. So a sleep shot and a focus shot is what they're focusing on. And the Magic Mind itself, of course, is time-released caffeine, which will give you sustained energy during the day with the power of green tea and other compounds.
Nice words.
And the way that they make this effective is their nano encapsulation technology.
Well, I was going to ask why it was a shot.
Oh, and yes, that's right. That's exactly why it is a shot. As opposed to a pill or a powder, they can make the ingredients bioabsorbable up to 5 to 10 times faster than anything you could do, anything you could swallow. So yeah, that's why they keep it a shot. And it's actually because it's not made in Asia, they don't think effective means bad tasting. So the taste is very good. They do a really good job of combining a lot of different compounds and make them taste good. Actually,
does it have a taste?
Yeah, it does. The evening shot is it's got like a nice kind of dark berry taste, and yeah, it's good stuff. So magnesium is the shot is what's part of the sleep shot, and that helps you get nice, deep, quick sleep. But don't cut your sleep short because you are sleeping much deeper now. So it'll be a little harder to wake up if you're going to only sleep 2 or 3 hours.
So like you said before, like you need a pretty, not strict, but a pretty regimented schedule.
Yeah, it helps you. It helps you get disciplined because you don't want to waste this effectiveness of being well rested. So yeah, don't work into the wee hours because your caffeine's going to be gone, and then your magnesium is going to make you sleep too deep, and then you're not going to do well. So yeah, a nice balanced, kind of like. Being disciplined and fitting your life into a more manageable schedule.
Are they going to introduce a magic schedule?
Magic schedule
to help you be more regimented? Yeah, that's what I would need too.
An app should be on the way with some alarms, yes. But Magic Mind will give you a 100% refund, no questions asked for 100 days after purchase if you're interested in trying. They ship to 65 countries and they're available at retail, a lot of health food stores. So if you would like to try Magic Mind, we have a link. So to get 45% off this Magic Mind bundle of, I think they do 15 or 30 days, and they also offer a subscription. So you maintain that discount. If you subscribe, you maintain that discount throughout your subscription. So magicmind.com/upturnedpodjan. So magicmind.com/upturnedpodjan.
Podcast January.
Yes, to give you that 45% link. So it'll generate a code that then you use at checkout.
Okay.
So don't get scared if you see big numbers that don't seem to be discounted. So it generates a code for you. And thank you, Magic Mind, for sponsoring us. And yeah, we're just out of January, but we still got one more.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, it's only the 30th here, right?
That's right. So we're grabbing on the end of January. So one more read. So thank you, Magic Mind, and back to the show. All right. So next,
medicine here does taste like.
Yeah, I think that's a Chinese thing because it's like, no, it's effective because it makes you,
well,
makes you make a funny face.
How are you supposed to know it's working if you don't gag when you take it? Right? Like, oh.
Yeah, and you like dread it. Yeah, taking it. Must be effective. So the ENnies have sounded in, or they've given their 2 cents and have decided to ban generative AI from 2025. So.
Okay, so from this year.
Yeah, they'll start this year. So they just announced that products including content made by generative AI will not be eligible for awards. So
period.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but they're going to specify because there's like things like cover art and things like, so you can be awarded for something that doesn't include AI, but if the rest of the product may. Right.
Wait, so it's not okay.
Not 100%. Yeah.
Not 100%, because
not a total ban.
That was the original thing. That was kind of like the big brouhaha. As I read it, it was like, okay, generative AI. Your product submitted can include generative AI.
Mm-hmm.
They, however, cannot include generative AI for the category they've been entered.
Right.
Like you said, if the cover was generative AI, you can't enter for best cover.
Right. But
like
but rules, rules can be. But yeah, who knows if
so they haven't ban generative AI.
Yeah, not one. It's not like one of those hard 100% bans. They're saying for the category that you're awarded, they're not going to award
So
to. Yes.
they haven't changed at all, because that was the original.
Oh, that was the original.
That was the original one that everyone was like, "Yo, ENnies, what the heck are you doing?" Right?
Well, they're underlining it a couple of times.
Like
yeah.
red magic marker, like for the category, right? Like, how hard is it just to say no AI period?
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and
I just said it right there.
Right? I think they're just afraid that so many publishers are moving toward AI in some way that it's going to like eliminate the field of to choose from.
You know what, man? Cowards, y'all are cowards.
Yeah.
To put
Definitely.
it bluntly and simply,
Definitely.
y'all are cowards, right? Because this would have been one more slightly reputable kind of organization putting out, like saying like, no, we're done with AI, we don't want it anymore, right?
Right.
And instead you just said, sure, like us, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we are.
Okay, then I take it back.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
That rant stands.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. So that was the rant that we would have done in 2023.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a revision. So this is a
Okay.
revision. Yeah. So they are responding to the public reaction of their 2023
Pretend
announcement.
that was the public
Yes.
reaction, right? 'Cause that's
See,
basically what it was.
so
Yep.
we'll put 2023
Okay,
under us when we do that. And so now they have said the new policy makes the entire product ineligible if it contains any content.
Ineligible for what?
For anything. It's
Okay.
ineligible for an award.
Okay.
Yeah. So the new policy. I'll put a link to their new policy that they revised. They've received widespread criticism for their previous stand the last couple of years, especially with companies like Wizards of the Coast announcing their opposition to it for its use on ethical grounds.
Wait. WotC, they're saying Hasbro and WotC.
Yeah, have announced
announced.
that they're we are against AI, even though they use it. Yeah, even though it shows up in all of their Twitter posts.
We're against it, but we're not against using
We're not
it.
not into figuring out if it was used or not.
Right.
Yes, the new policy takes effect this year.
Okay.
And so the ENnies started 2001, and the ceremony is held at Gen Con. So now it's a hard stance against their initial. So their initial policy in 2023, was in response to this growing presence of people using AI or generative AI for all sorts of things, and now they are saying, okay, we're gonna take a hard stance. So they have changed, and this is going to affect the 2025-2026 submission schedule. So they'll no longer accept any products containing generative AI created with assistance of large language models or similar technology, either in the visual, written, or edited content.
Right. Okay.
Some of that's going to be hard to detect.
It
but
is.
Good
It is.
luck. Yes. So, yes, and of course, ENnies is a small volunteer-run organization. So, that's good that they could adapt quickly, and it's too bad they didn't do it sooner. But
Well, I guess it's just proof that complaining loudly works.
Right, and because it is the community that's kind of supporting this with its voting and nominations and stuff. Yeah, it's good. So under this policy, creators self-reported AI involvement and submission with AI contributors were deemed ineligible for certain categories. For example, products that featured AI-generated art were excluded from art categories, but remained eligible if the text was human-generated. But that's no longer the case.
Okay.
Yeah, that was their previous stance. So. Yeah, so that means that the 2024-2025 awards are still under the old policy.
So meaning the awards that will come out at this
I guess,
Gen Con
what they'll announce
are
at this
still the old
Gen Con. Yeah, because I guess it straddles the two Gen Cons.
Right.
So too bad. Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more. You can sneak your
Hurry up,
AI
get it in
rules.
fast.
Get your AI rules in there real quick. All right, but here's a game I know we should be playing.
Okay.
I love this setup so much, and I want to see the Forbidden Psalm version of this this game as well. So Dirtbags, a new sci-fi shooter by Dungeons Key.
sci-fi shooter.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So they are doing so. Tired of your back-breaking plowing the fields of New Terra and sweating out your remaining days in the Energizer-fumed huts dirt side for no creds at all? You deserve a second chance. So Dirtbags.
Okay. Yeah.
Dirtbags is what you play. So it's a flexible, cinematic, fast-paced RPG. Rules light, combat heavy. putting character agency and tactics directly in the player's hands. So you get 3 ability scores, 2 2d6 dice pools, 1 for taking actions, and the other for ammunition. There's 5 rolls and fast-paced dynamic combat. So you take the roles of convicts in a corporate-run dystopian world, coerced into the military foundation's rehabilitation incentive program, RIP.
I like that.
With the promise of freedom and reintegration into society. So take on distant alien bug infestations, scab pirates, or go on suicidal salvage missions, and anything else the corporate echelons demand. So there's a free quick start if you want to take a look at what the rules are looking like. And I love the setting. The art is very appropriate. You're just a bunch of scumbags that have to try to earn your way out, and if you ever can. So their inspirations were, of course, things like Starship Troopers, Tank Girl, Aliens, and more. So the game serves as a satire critiquing corporate greed and capitalism. It also explores mature themes such as class systems, private prisons, internment, incarceration, drug use, mental health, and death. Exploring the subject of death.
Yeah. I like the next line right there.
Yes, without intending to diminish the real world severity of these issues.
Right? Yes, nice. Yes. Okay, because basically everything's political. Right? Not including politics is a political act, or including, and yes, as fun as this sounds, you kind of can't step away from, wow, this actually kind of really happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
right? So the whole time you were reading that, I was thinking, I wonder if that's going to be addressed.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they don't wish to diminish the, and they're emphasizing the satire of it. Right? Yes. So Jean. Oh boy, I'm going to destroy this. Jean-Luc Lariviere-Lacombe is the writer.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, the writer that posted this announcement, and so Dirtbags. Yeah, it looks fun, and I could see it as a fun skirmish. Yeah, a skirmish miniatures game as well. I think Theater of Mind would be very fun for hunting bugs and stuff, but it would also be cool to paint some scumbags, dirtbags. I keep calling them scumbags.
I'm curious about this because I'm always kind of interested in tactical games and stuff like that, because like if it's completely open to the player, like, does that mean it's a completely hands-off approach where like tactics is, yeah, you figure it out? Or are there like rules in place to bridge the gap between possible player and character knowledge? Right. So I am curious to see how they do this mechanically.
Yeah, so this was on Kickstarter starting the 28th of January as part of Zinequest, and so I'll put a link to Dirtbags specifically, and then Zinequest as all of Zinequest, so you can see what people are doing. But yeah, this looked like a real fun.
What's
setting.
The format? I mean, I could go check it out myself. What's the format? It's because with a name like Dirtbags, I have to think it would be like A5 Xerox saddle stitched kind of little book, or that would be appropriate.
Yeah, right? It looked pretty colorful. I think Zinequest requires like kind of like a smaller, like a zine format, or at least it doesn't say how many pages or anything, but I think it is zine format. They showed some photos of the spreads and the book, and it's just a few pages. It's not like a large number of pages. Yeah. So not a huge amount of pages. Yeah, but they didn't say on there.
Unless things have changed, I don't know if there was like a hard definition of what a zine was for Zinequest. It was kind of more like, maybe they've changed it or updated that, but I thought it was more like kind of like vibes, right? And it had gotten to the point where some people were maybe not taking advantage of that, but a bit like, here's our giant 200-page book, hardbound, and like
zine.
That's not not kind of what we mean, right?
Right. Yes. So check that out. I'll put links to that. It looks like some fun. And there's every year there's a lot of. I mean, it is Kickstarter, but there is a lot of stuff in Zinequest to discover. So that's going to do it for this week.
Ooh, awesome.
So where can people find you?
I forgot. Blue Sky, Instagram intermittently, and that's about it.
Nice.
I am coming around to the idea of having to restart a blog because, like, if anything has been learned from like the recent social media shakeup, it's that people are always going to have to abandon platforms and stuff, and so own your own stuff. My problem is like I don't have a lot of time. It's not easier to just like fire off like a 3-line thing rather than
right.
having to sit down and write out like a blog post. So I'm still thinking about it. Anyway.
Well, yeah, well, let us know, and we'll link to that. Yeah, check out Substack. That's actually a pretty cool way to. No.
Not when they're supporting Musk. And I was like,
Substack
yeah.
support. Okay.
Yeah. The guy just came out in favor of Elon Musk and all this stuff, and you're just like, I'm not giving money to them.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
they're the I think
They're
one
the
of
biggest.
the freest. No, but the freest political voice. I mean, the range of journalists that post on Substack is huge and diverse.
Which is part of the problem, because when you go on the hate speech, someone's got to go, whoa, hey, take your stuff that is clearly not okay, right? And that seems to be my issue with Substack.
Oh, I see. I haven't read that.
Politics, right?
All right. Yes.
Anyway, back to things. Where can people find your stuff?
So, well, I just finished my January, just at the end of January. Yeah, I just finished it though. I did my January live stream. Finished up some of my abuse cartoons. So on YouTube and Twitch, and also on this channel, I do a live stream where I draw the single panel gag cartoon Domestic Abuse. And if you want to read that, you can go to gocomics.com/domestic abuse, and there's 20 years of that little cartoon in there.
What was the snack last week?
Oh, I did all the the guys that do the pineapple candy, the little like lifesavers looking pineapple candy. They do a bunch of different, like a huge range of candy. So I just grabbed everything because there was a whole section of stuff they had done. And they do some really funny stuff. There was cocoa powder covered sweet potato chips, which was actually surprisingly good. And some adult gummies that have like a sour kind of hard shell on them and are very
adult.
Yeah, the
Japan
just
term, right?
just the
ones that are like choke a toddler, right?
Right. Yeah, something that a kid would lose a baby tooth on. But some good stuff. But if you like what we're doing here on the weekly, consider becoming a weekling.
The strongest of all supporters.
You can do that at patreon.com/upturntable. Tell us what you'd like to see more of by choosing what tier you pledge at. And you can also support us on YouTube with the membership. So the join button down below will give you access to the same content, all except for the RSS feed. So they haven't figured that out yet, how to do YouTube member RSS feed, but the audio for this whole live stream gets sweetened up and put on the Patreon RSS feed, so you can just listen to that on any podcast player and hear the whole ramble, from the banter to the ramble, each week. And Upturn Table on all social media, and upturntable.com is the website. So thanks for joining us. And
brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Subscription tiers to make us stop talking about
Oh, yeah.
Because sports was, I was watching the chat, sports was not popular. So, new idea.
Forbid.
To make us stop talking about it, you got to pledge at this level.
Oh, no Super Bowl victory celebrations here. All right.
I won't talk about it again. Sorry.
All right. So we'll be back again next week.
Later, mortals.
Goodbye. Well, back at it. So how is everybody doing? Yeah, sorry for my notes, especially for that ENnies AI thing. I posted the old article before the new article, and I thought I would, progress into that. I completely forgot. That's what I did to my notes. So I was reading last year's news and then saying, oh, hey, that's all changed now. Brilliant. Yeah, good to see everybody in the chat. Yeah, that's a shame. Abyss brought up the Blacklist games. Yeah, that's too bad, because they did some nice generic miniatures for a reasonable price. That was the thing that I think was so tempting about them. Decent sculpts, better than kind of Reaper Bones looking stuff, and a lot of them. And yeah, they just couldn't sustain it. I think just expenses changed. Oh yeah, what are you talking about? The oh yeah. About what's it called? I can't even remember what the original IP. So it's the Mass Effect, one of the directors for the Mass Effect game from BioWare. So a BioWare guy that retired, and they brought him back to do, what's it called? Envoy, something like that. Yeah, they are just copy pasting a lot of stuff. But I think a lot of it feels already like the video game looks like a vanilla Mass Effect, like Mass Effect with no inspiration. And just the fact that they're doing the time dilation thing, and then they say, oh yeah, there was a movie that did time dilation, let's get one of the actors to do voiceover from the time dilation. Nice. Yeah, that's too bad. And I read on that post, there was a post on the Blacklist site that said they sold the molds for the first set of the fantasy miniatures to this new company, Skyline or something. But they didn't sell the second set, so we may never see the second set produced if they're going to try to raise the funds to produce them themselves. Yeah, because they said it's like $50,000 to produce, $60,000 to ship, or something like that. So I don't think they're going to be generating that money anytime soon. Yeah, I think they're gonna hang in there. Minnie's gone. Oh, Lasting Tales. That's right, Lasting Tales. They did send out the PDF for Lasting Tales. Yeah, but yeah, and it's good though that they. Well, I guess maybe they did, because there was one one thing that I didn't see, they did another crowdfunder after this that I totally missed. So maybe they were trying to generate, the money to pay the previous ones. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Yeah, and that's WotC's like first new IP. That sci-fi game that they're working on is their first new IP in a long time. And people are like, "Don't you guys own a sci-fi IP that you could you could develop?" But no, they're gonna hire a burnt-out, exhausted old BioWare guy to work on it. Yeah. Yeah, and I wonder if to crank stuff out, because I think the tabletop game is kind of an afterthought. I don't think they're I think they want to get into video games, because remember when Larian said we're not working with WotC anymore after Baldur's Gate 3, we're done with that, and they said, well, don't worry, we've got plans, we've got stuff going on already. And I think that's what they were talking about, is this sci-fi game. They were already bringing that guy in. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, it's funny. Nice. Oh, they had zero molds but STLs for the blacklist. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, Matt hates American football, but it is unavoidable because it fits so perfectly between commercial breaks and stuff. It's like made for television broadcast. But it's a shame though that there's not. I don't think it's on free TV anymore. I think you need subscriptions and satellite and stuff to see football in America now. It's not like it used to be. Like somebody was like manning the booth at a parking garage, and there'd be a little television, little black and white television in the corner with the game on. Not anymore. This is losing IQ points seeing it mentioned in the chat. Oh yeah, that would be brutal. Yeah, Matt says, imagine if Hasbro and GW and Games Workshop merged, the earth would crack in half. Yeah, it would be it's just, yeah, they all have such bad ideas about how to produce stuff and how to rip stuff off. Oh, jeez. Creating the Warhammer account. You're supposed to use special characters, but you can't use them. Nice. Brilliant. Yeah, that's so funny. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll there's definitely going to be news. What the hell is that game called? That's definitely going to be news with that coming out soon. Yeah, because they're doing developers. They're mostly like focused on the production of the video game, and I think the RPG is like an afterthought. It's just something. Well, we are WotC, so I guess we could produce a tabletop game, and I think they're just going to crap something out. So yeah, I bet the first thing that they're going to even produce for it is going to be just all AI generated from the Bible, that they produce for the game, for the video game. They're just going to take all that text and say, okay, give us give us our classes and races for this game. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Matt's saying the only AI that should be eligible or accepted at all is if you don't charge money for it. Yeah, so we're all playing as Dirtbags. Oh man. Nice. Hey, Vero's here. Nice. Lurking on a sick day. Well, thanks for stopping in. Oh, that sounds miserable. Killer migraine. That's no fun. Talking about outnumbering the Games Workshop haters. Some of their biggest whales secretly hate them. Yeah, I think they hate themselves for how much money they throw at that stuff. Nice. Yeah, WotC's history... Oh, Matt saying, WotC's history with games that aren't Magic the Gathering or D&D is not good. Yeah, they can't get anything going. It's really weird that they took this approach. It's kind of like... it sounds like what Xbox did when they tried to get into Japan. They just threw a bunch of money at famous names and creators. Oh, who's the guy that worked on Mass Effect? So, he'll do something great, I'm sure. He's not exhausted. And, yeah, they're just hoping that something comes of it. Yeah. Yeah, and I think the tabletop is such a tabletop game is such an afterthought. I bet they're going to produce almost nothing for it. Like, it's just going to be a something that would have been included in the collector's edition of the video game. The video game set. Exodus. Thank you, Matt. That's right. Exodus. Yeah, because they threw some money at a sci-fi writer to write I think he wrote like a 1,000-page book or something to support kind of the early history of the setting. Yes, Exodus. That's right. That's a little, yeah, that's a little biblical. No, Miguel, I didn't back anything on the BattleTech Kickstarter. I've been kind of waiting on stuff. I haven't gone heavy into anything recently. Yeah, it's going to be really funny how they do with that. It's probably just going to be a wet fart and done, and they're like, oh, I guess we can't do video games. They've already tried to do kind of in-house or tried to set up stuff that Dark Alliance or whatever, which is now canceled, their game as service thing that they were doing. Yeah, WotC is not good at video games. No matter how many Microsoft, former Microsoft employees you have at Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast, they're not going to be able to compete. And I think it's a bad category to try to get into because it's excruciating. It's way too much, way too expensive, and there's way too much abuse. And that's why Games Workshop is so quiet about what they're doing for any of their animation, because they're obviously doing it, with underpaid, exploited labor, and you can tell the quality of most of that stuff on Warhammer Plus is not good. Oh, nice. They're gonna. Oh, so Catalyst says they're gonna fix their international shipping. That's good. Yeah, it's really weird. That whole Exodus project is very odd. And I wonder, because we were already talking, but they haven't talked at all about the system. So is it just going to be 5e, or were they going to make an original game engine for it? I don't know why they would. Because you'd think they would just want to support, what they were doing. They want to break any of their audience up. So, yeah. Did you see the Larian guy accept that award and then chastise the greed and shitty practices of the industry? Is pretty cool. Oh, good. Yeah, those guys seem to be pretty sane. They're in it for they're very passionate. They're in it for the enjoyment of games. That's why he's always wearing that plate mail around the office and at award shows. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, well, it'll be funny. Something for the tabletop YouTubers to make fun of if Exodus is going to be as weak. Well, and it'll probably get just trashed by the video game critics as well. because it just doesn't. Nothing seems to be coming together. They've done a lot of the, like, developer diary things, and they just introduce these like desperate, ideas that is like, how is that going to all exist in this same world? I don't think they care. I don't think it matters. Yeah, we'll see. Exodus, that's right. Very odd. But yeah, so some Listus Mostis. So I'm gonna have to design an award. I gotta come up with some design. Yeah, I like the arrows thing. I think it's gonna be made of an up arrow and a down arrow. I think that's a nice that could be a nice look. But we'll see. Yeah. So so the usual time. So about this time tomorrow, we'll be doing doing some more game show, and hopefully, technically everything will go well. Yeah, we don't have to do any tokens or anything in alchemy, so we should be fine. Oh, was that for political reasons, Matt, that you stopped posting on, or you haven't posted recently on Substack? I was surprised. Chris's negative response. I didn't hear anything about the Substack ones. Those TikTokers. Yeah, that's right. Because I think they added video just, not that long ago. That's a shame. They should not go too far away from their, subscription blog model. Because I know a lot of people I'm big fans of have been using that as their platform. Oh yeah, so the podcasts and now short form videos. Oof. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. But yeah, that'll be cool. I mean, I've been reading the Adventure Path, the one included in the basic set, the starter set for Dragonbane. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I mean, if you guys are still interested in doing some dragon baning, I think it would be fun because things connect together in kind of a fun way, and there's like clues and stuff, like you're putting together different pieces of this puzzle. So I think that'll be, but it's not like endless. It has like a climax, so I think that would be fun. I see, which is I gotcha. Yeah, it's really hard. It's hard to if there's not good, and I think that's maybe something that Substack doesn't do, because it's people promoting their Substack on like podcasts and stuff that I've seen get a lot of success, and also if they were like took some fame with them to the platform. But I don't think it's got good discovery. That's like something that very few platforms have, is when new people get on there, the ability to see like what's new and try and support like people just starting out on a platform. That's what I think YouTube is like tried to do that just recently, because have you guys noticed like recommendations, you'll get these like videos with 2 views and like 20 subscribers popping up in recommendations. I think they've like changed the algorithm a little bit to favor people just starting channels to get them some attention. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, discovery is tough, and I think that's why Etsy does so well, is because they've got a really good discovery engine on there for people making stuff. But then of course you can kind of hijack that, because a lot of people on Etsy are just selling Chinese made junk. It's not handcrafted anything. It's not makers or creators anymore. It's just people doing their doing that weird funnel where they buy cheap stuff from China and resell it. We'll see. But oh yeah, that was the nice thing. My little bit of time in the U.S., that was the nice thing, is I had limited contact to the internet, so I just didn't read anything or do anything. And the house I was staying in didn't even have curtains on the window because it was being sold, so no curtains. So you can't sleep past like 7 a.m. because the sun, you get full sunlight, just like wailing on you in bed. So you were like on this weird farmer schedule. So I was exhausted by sundown, and woken up by the sun. So it was a very weird schedule, but it's not internet schedule. I was totally off off of everything. So that was nice in that way to kind of mentally reset. The other part of it wasn't very mentally resetting, but yeah, just being away from the internet was good. Well, Matt, if you want to duplicate that, I mean, we can post that stuff on Upturned Table as well, because I'm using basically a blog engine to run that, so we could do a whole separate, if you want to just take that content and move it over, and then we can promote it on here. Let me know. But those are good stuff. You wrote really good stuff from there. That's too bad that it couldn't find some attention. Yeah, put the Indie Heat sequel into rotation. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I think that would be good. I'll order the Path of Glory too and take a look and see if we can kind of connect into that. But the nice thing about that starter set, so it's 11 sites, kind of 11 adventures, and we can, I can kind of structure it the most interesting ones, or however many, so we can kind of, when we're getting tired of that or kind of have explored enough, then I can say, okay, next week we've got enough to get in there. But yeah, more Indie Heat would be fun too. But we can't do that without Terry though. Yeah, we gotta wait for. So yeah, that's true. So February's going to be difficult because we're down. We've got no Terry, and Andre can't make it back regularly for Dragonbane, so we may have to find somebody to pilot a mute halfling or something. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, we might have to come up with an alternative, unless we want to do a whole month of Ironsworn. So we'll see. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. To try. Think you want to world build at all, or just handwave the world stuff since they don't provide any in the game? Oh, for Dragonbane? Dragonbane actually does provide a bunch. That setting actually does start to connect you into stuff. Yeah. So the we can do. I think I might want to elaborate on some of it and make some of it more interesting. But yeah, you're going to kind of start coming into contact with dragon knights, like living, breathing dragon knights, and find out why the Misty Veil is so interesting to people and all that good stuff. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. Yeah. If depending on my daughter's schedule too, I should hit her up to play the mute halfling, because she doesn't like to talk during games. So the mute halfling would be a perfect character for her to play. Yeah, but we can see. Yeah, maybe we can get some Dragonbane going, and I think with that party too, and with it being different adventures, it would be easy to tag in and out characters, because we've got this outskirt, which is the main kind of like the hub of the Misty Veil, and they can just kind of hang out there. Because I was thinking it'd be easy to take Andre's character, have the elf kind of take off on the ship for a little while, seek her revenge, go on her revenge quest, and have her missing, and then if Andre comes back, then she can come back. Yeah, we'll see. Like schedule wise, that would be cool. But yeah, but it sounded like Terry was having the most fun though with Dragonbane, so it's a shame for him to miss it. But yeah, I think it's those adventures are really flexible. I think we can move characters kind of in and out, come at it with different teams on different weeks. That would work. While the others convalesce or whatever they'll need to do. Yeah, so we'll see. Well, cool. Yeah, so I'll read more about the blacklist situation. That's too bad. And yeah, I'll see if there's anything that references Exodus. I'll bring that up so that you can get Chris's take. It's gonna be some WotC hate. They're being so quiet about it too, because they did a if you sign up for their newsletter, they spammed you with, oh, you can order the Exodus founders. I think they did like too many people use that weird founders thing. I think Path of Exile does that too. The founders pack. And so many times those companies that use that term like flake on that whole thing. But if you subscribe to their newsletter, they send you access to buy their AI generated book. So we'll see. We'll see once that starts to hit YouTube how it looks. Nice. Oh, been listening to a live stream of the nice, Sword of the Serpentine game. It's pretty good. Funny because half the players are full on voice actor types, and a couple more are like us. They don't talk. Nice, interesting. Yeah, that's a funny mix. I think we found it. We have a nice balance in the group. That's funny too, because the few times that I played with just like random people, yeah, that's a hard kind of happy medium to strike, because a lot of times there's people that just like, my character says this, my character does this. They don't want to do anything first person, and when it's mixed with people that are too theatrical, it becomes a little bit hard to manage. But yeah, I think our group does good stuff. Good light, combinations of that. Nice. Oh, hey. Thank you, Aiden Downs, for the sub. Yeah, we're getting close to 3,000. We'll have to figure out something to do, something 3,000 related to do for the channel. YouTube is almost up to 3,000 subscribers. It's slow going though. It's still, still slow growth. We're not a new channel, so I guess we don't get promoted a lot. Nice. Very cool. Unpaid vol, yeah, right. Nepotism. That's right. I can't believe this. This was the plan all along. Nice. Yeah, we got to get all the kids and the kids and kids in there. Multi-generations. Yeah, that's right. You hear that all the time, like the guys that, we've been playing the same campaign for 30 years. I wonder if there's going to be like, multi-generational campaigns. Well, didn't shoot, that my brother and I, those guys, Adventure Quest or whatever, they're I think they had their dad playing with them, which was really funny because he was like, a really good sport about it, but definitely was not that, wasn't part of his makeup, part of his history. But yeah, multi-generational D&D, or tabletop, that's what the world is headed toward. And if they never change, if 5e just extends, because it's already 10 years, more than 10 years, 2015, 2014. So if they can keep 5e going for like 20, 30 years, then yeah, you'll have multiple generations of 5e players. Yeah. Season 4 of Ozark. Oh yeah, Moneylander is very much on my brain. Nice. Yes, that's exactly what's been going on. Money laundering. Yes. Yeah, you don't notice we're Cartel sponsored. Their Spanish subtitles on all of the channel videos. Sorry guys, you figured it out. Nice. Web expenses. That's right. Yeah, my web expenses are really big every year on my taxes. Yeah, I'm sure that's been done the way some of these massive influencers are moving money around. Yeah, it's crazy. Cool. All right, yeah. So we'll be back. So Listus Mostis, can make 2 teams, and yeah, we will do this again next week, and keep following that Exodus news. I don't think they're going to be done because it's not even been like 2 years that game's been in development, and they don't have anything concrete. I think it's all, I don't know if anything is even in engine yet. So I bet we're still years away from them releasing anything. And if their timing is bad, if they go up against like Mass Effect 5 or whatever, they're going to get wiped out. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't know what WotC thinks they're doing. All right. So yeah, everybody take care. It was good to see everybody in the chat. Yes. Or bad things will happen. Yeah, that'll be funny to see if Mongoose says, "Hey, wait, guys." Yeah, because they're already like far enough into production. That's kind of stupid for them to. I don't know. Traveler though, it's kind of like Space Marine. It's pretty generic. That might be hard to defend. Unless I don't remember ever seeing a little R in a circle after Traveler. Maybe there is. Let's check it right now. And they're going to say, we only have 1 L, so that's not violating anything. Yeah, it's just very, very thoughtless. Show me a book cover. Oh, wait. Yep, there is an R. There is a little registered trademark. Interesting. That'll be fun. 1 L, 1 L. All right. Yeah, take care, Vero. Feel better. And everybody, see you next time. Yeah, and we'll be back with some difficult questions, according to Matt. Great. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So take care, everyone, and see you again next time. Goodbye.